Good morning. So let's talk math class. In your student's Google Classroom for math, again, like in the science class, or if this is your first time, in the math class, in the stream, should be an agenda of what we're doing that week. So on this particular week, we did 1-7, 1-8, reviewed, took our test, finished our test. But then if you go to the classwork tab, there won't be a lot for math because we do our work in a different place. But there will be a section here that's named the module. And then inside of that will be videos for all the lessons in the module. So if your student gets home and they don't remember what they learned that day, they can rewatch a video. Or if they're absent, you're on a trip, they can watch what we're doing in class. And these videos are super fancy. They're just me working through the workbook. So those are available. But then how do they get to their assignment? They're going to go to Clever and log in, and then they'll have a McGraw Hill option. And that's how they also get to their English book. And they can go to Clever without being logged into a Chrome browser or having a Chromebook. They could do that on their phone, on your computer, clever.com. And then they log in with their school credentials. And then they'll pick their math. And if they have an assignment, it's usually right here in this section, or they can go to this assignments tab on the left and click that. And then if it's been past due or they're not sure if they turned it in, they'll see past work and they can check in that section. Mine screen looks a little bit different, but the students do have this ebook option. And in the ebook option, they have an interactive student edition, which I never use. It takes a longer time to load, but they have a regular student edition ebook, and we're in volume 1. They'll be in volume 1 until we're done with all the modules in volume 1, and then we'll be in volume 2 in the second half of the year. And so they can pick this. Let's see if we can get it to load. And it's their workbook that they have at school, but they could look at it at home. So these 3 dots, just like our science book, are the table of contents. So we currently have them in lesson 1-4, but the way we got to it is we clicked this little down arrow. So like in module 2, you'd click the little down arrow and then you can go to whatever lesson you want. And then within that lesson, those are where all the examples are that you're probably going to love. So lesson 1-4, what we're going to do, and then an example that's not worked out. We usually do these ones in class. So they have one already worked out with all the words, and then we do one together. And then if you keep going, you'll get to a section called practice. And practice is their homework. If they haven't written down which ones they need to do, they should definitely try to do them all. And there's usually 2 pages, a front and a back. In the workbook, it'll be a front and a back, but here you just have to turn the page. Then they do that work on their own paper. They don't do it here digitally and try to write with their finger on a trackpad. Do that work on paper, label it properly with the lesson number so I know whose it is and what I'm doing, and then they can turn it into the basket. I think those are the big tricks for math class. The Google Classroom, where you can find videos, where you can find how-tos, and where their homework is located. All right, let me know if you have more questions. Thank you.